Hey guys, Satya here. So today we'll see now how to design effective XPath. When I'm saying effective XPath, what it means is in the long run, it should be manageable and it should be generic. We should not be using any hard-coded value. And there are many things in the coming days we will be seeing. But so that is what we'll see in this session, and mainly so there are mainly two things when we are going to design in XPath and very advanced XPath or generic XPath. We can be using, there are two things, which is XPath functions and XPath access. Okay, so XPath functions in the sense like we have text method, what else, contents method, right? So there are several functions are available for XPath. Similarly, axis, we have sibling, right? And uh, yeah, parent. Yeah, so like this, there are many things are there. But today we'll see mainly for how to read web table dynamically. So web table in the sense maybe we need to read a particular column, particular cell value, right? And that cell value, I mean that column position can be changing dynamically, or else the 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 row header, maybe that is changing dynamically. So there are many things, so we'll see how to mainly so generalize one XPath related to a web table. Okay, so I have taken one example here and I'll explain that what is the requirement exactly, and this is a GSM arena URL, and what exactly this URL is. Okay, this is already open. Okay, so here we are just comparing three mobile phones. Okay, and when you are comparing all the what do you call this, specification, name and respective values for these three phones. Okay, it is coming here. Now we need to design XPath where so the requirement will be like this. We need to provide the phone name is here. Okay, and any phone name we need to provide, and same thing, and we need to provide a spec name is nothing but this one. Okay, so sim or weight or build type, whatever we will provide based on that, and the output will be spec content in the sense spec value. Okay, so let's say we're providing the spec name is weight, and we're providing the phone is Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra 5G, then it will give you the result. The result should be this one. It should return you this value. Okay, and in the same code or same the test I mean whatever the code we are going to write, the same code, if you are just changing a variable to this one OnePlus 10 Pro, then it will return this one. And if you are just providing OnePlus 10 Pro, as well as we are providing the specification name as sim, then it should return this one, right? So it should be a very generic. So how to do that? So if you see here, uh, the specification value will get, it should be the generic one or a phone model, right? So the phone we are providing and the specification name we are providing, so end result will be this one. But we'll go as simple as the step by step we'll go and see how we can reach here. This is the end result, I mean this is the end goal. Okay, but let's take one example and first let's do that. Okay, so let's find out this one. So here the input will be, so let's assume that step by step we'll go and let's see. So for the first time what we'll do is, let's assume that we are providing this one, and for the Samsung Galaxy S22, And for this one, if you see, the three columns are there, 1 2 3, and the for Samsung Galaxy S22 the column is second column. Okay, so let's fix that one is the index 2. And for now example, let's take this is the spec name we are going to provide and weight. So how our output will be this one. Okay, so let's design this one. So let's first find out this XPath. Yeah, so let's identify this one. So what it is saying is this is the TD, and which is the parent, this is the parent one. But in this, do we have any text or anything related to weight? Do we have any text field here? What is this one? Okay, okay, these are all TR, and there is a table. Okay, let's go here, yeah. Okay, so here is the text, that is weight. Okay, and this weight, what exactly we'll find out. So I'm not going to copy anything. I will design our own XPath. Okay, so this is I'm just checking, is there any attribute, meaningful attribute. So this is the weight. I need to find out this one. I need to come here, but I need to come through this one, this one, this one. This is a table, and what is the parent of this table? Let's go and see. Yeah, this is the div is the parent. Okay, div id equal to spec list. Let's go here first. So how to do this? Div and id equal to spec list, right? @id equal to spec list. Okay, now in this spec list we got this one. How many are there? Only one is there. Okay, now let's go here and see. We need to, okay, we need to go to a table. Under spec list div we have many tables, right? This is one table, this is one table, this is one table. This table I need to come, but at the same time I need to go continuously to the tag A, where I need to find out A, right? Where let me do again. No, I need to come to a TR, not TR. Is that? Yeah, this is the one, right? A, where href, not this one. I want to come here. I need to come here somewhere. Where on click have, okay, h weight. Is this the one? Is this another one? Is this another? Oh yeah. So we can take something A where text equal to weight, right? A, okay, so this one we got it. Now after this, so here we reached, and we know that there will be few columns where it will be populating the spec content, right? So what exactly we'll be doing is, this is the A, we need to go to the on the parent TD, then we need to, so here we'll be using the axis. Okay, then so we need, so this is the one. Now we are here, right, for our the green color. Now we need to go to the parent TD. Okay, now once we go to the parent TD, then we need to go to the sibling, this one, this one, this one. Okay, so now let's go to the parent td. Okay, now we need to go, so now we reached here, right? Here, now for this td, these are all siblings, right? So what exactly we are doing here is, weight we got it, I mean weight will get it for the index 2. So now it has sibling 3 sibling, right? For this sibling we need to get the value. Now let's go to the following sibling, td. Okay, 1 2 3. Okay, now for this one what we need to provide, we need to provide, give me 1 minute, 2. Okay, so what exactly I just put here. Okay, what exactly we are doing here? So weight we have hard coded weight, and for index 2 we have hard coded. Okay, now this is exactly, it is giving you the value, this one. Is this the text? Yeah, so this element has the text. This is the one, 228 gram or 229 gram, all this stuff, right? So now this we reached the first step we have completed. Now what we need to do is, instead of weight, now we have hard coded this weight, right? And hard coded the index also. Now let it, the index let it be. Now let's this weight will make it generic. Okay, so same thing, make it generic in the sense, this is the application, so definitely it will be the similar approach for all the elements. So what we are going to do is, let's say type, we need to get, let's say we need to get sim. Okay, so instead of just weight, now just change sim. So we got the value here, we got the value, yeah, we got the value here, because we are trying for second index. Now similarly, let's say I'll just do for this protection. Okay, we are getting here, right? We are getting the second index. Now we got this one also, right? Third index we are getting here, one index we are getting here. So this looks good, right? So here we tried for weight, this is we are trying for protection. Now this is generic, because we can just change this, we can put a placeholder, and in our code we can change that, right? So let's do this, let's do this in a what do you call, let's apply this into a code and see whether it is working or not. Then we'll go step by step. So I have created one, this is a basic framework, automation framework. So I'll be using this XPath here, spec value by, so I just created one variable spec value by index path, and I'll just use the same XPath, which is the first one. Okay, where we are giving the weight is the spec name and the index 2, and the same spec I'll be using here, right? I'm just doing here is, it will just read the text from this XPath and it will print it. Okay, so what we are expecting here, we are expecting here the second index weight, so we are expecting here 228 or something, right? So let's run it. Okay, maybe It is taking some background processes happening. Let's see. Yeah, the fonts are already there. Maybe it is some background process is going on. Yeah, it is completed. Yes, it is completed. So the index 2, the weight, I'm just printing here the text. So it is 228, which is the second index, right? Now what we did is, so similarly we are just doing for protection, and for any index like index 3 we can do, and the same thing it will run, right? So what we'll do is we'll just change our XPath. Yeah, so what it will do now is protection and third index, right? So let's go here, protection and third index. Okay, if you see here, this is different, and this is Victus plus, and this is only Victus, so it should print this one. So let's run it and see. Yeah, so this page is still taking time to load completely. Some background processes should be going on. Okay, it's done. Yeah, it printed only the Victus one, right? Which is the last one, and because we are passing here third index, right? So so this two are working. So we have already reached here. So this is most I mean almost a generic one, but only thing is the index is very, because now we can put a placeholder here, and the same XPath we can use for any spec name, right? But not for any mobile phone, right? Because we have hard coded here the index here 2 3. Now we need to replace this one, we need to make this generic, the same thing, right? So now let's do this, but what exactly we'll be doing here is, so here we need to understand one thing, that is we need to make this index generic, right? And now this index will come from where, I mean who will decide this index? This phone name, right? The phone name will decide the index, right? So how our intention is now is, the input will be phone name, and the output it will give the index of the column, right? Column index we can say, right? So what exactly will happen is, if we provide here phone name, it will give you 2. Similarly, if I give here 1 plus 10 pro, it will give you 3. For this one it will give you 1, right? So that is what if we can find out this one, then we can just put here, right? So let's find out first this one. From phone name we'll find the column index, okay? And now if you see, I checked this one, if you see here, right, I just inspected this one. If you see, these are not a part of WebTable, right? But if you, what we are deciding, I mean what we are discussing is how to read a web table dynamically, right? it is the concept. Okay, it is the same concept. I mean, not necessarily everything should be inside a web table. Okay, but how exactly we should do? Let's try to do it now. So if you see here, this is the name, right? And our name, we will provide the phone name, right? So let's consume this one first, and this is coming from where? Div, right? This is one div. Okay, let's go here. See, this is the input here. Here is our input, the text, and for this one, the parent is this one. This is one div. This is second div, and this is third. If you see here, 3 blocks, right? So we need to go inside one block based on the phone name. Let's go now and see here. And this is the name of a span, right? So this is the block. Let's go here. Div where class is a compare candidate, right? Let's go here and design it. First we need to go here, div, right, contains class, yes, right? Now we got 3 blocks. Okay, now inside 3 block we have a hyperlink, right? Now many hyperlink, but give me 1 minute, let me accept it. Yeah, hyperlink we have one, and it is saying something related to the Samsung Galaxy. Oh, we do not want this one. This is a link, and this is the div. I don't want to go here, so let's go here, span data. Okay, we can do one thing. We can go to any element where data spec equal to model name. Okay, I can do that. Let's do that. Any element I want where data spec equal to model name. Fine. Now how many we got? Exactly, we got that same thing where we will fetch the text. Now where data spec equal to model name and text equal to, let's assume that this one, okay, we got it. So this link we got it. Now from this one we need to find out what is the column index, right? Okay, now we have one access in XPath access where not access exactly. Okay, just a minute. The count, okay, there is no XPath where it will give the count, right? So that's why we have few functions. I'll tell you, that is one of them is position and another one is count. Okay, now we need to use those 2 functions, but at the same time when you are doing count, we need to see some element count. See, count means like it will count how many elements are there. Based on that it will find out the position, column position. Okay, are you getting it? Okay, so what exactly it is happening is, see, we reached here, right? Now how to find out the count? Of course there is no Selenium, there is no concept here how to get the count, right? But if you see here what it is saying, only 1. So similarly if we get something, this is 2, right? So that's why we are using the position and count. Okay, so yeah, so let's do it step by step. Now this is what I have done. Now what I want to do is, okay, I reached here, right? I want to go back to this div because this div is the sibling of, if you see here, this is highlighting here, right? Completely block here, right? Right? If you see here, this is highlighting here, complete block, right? So I need to go here. I need to, what exactly I need to find out here is, this is the second block. I need to check how many blocks available before my second block. I mean, see that technically when the script is running, I am seeing here, that's why I know that this is the second block, right? When script is running, based on the input, it will try to identify how many blocks are there before this block, current block, right? So what we know is one block is there before that, but let's do it through the XPath. Now we are here, okay? I mean, not here exactly, we are here, the span tag, okay? We need to go here. Then we need to see how many preceding div there with this class. Let's go to the parent div, sorry, not parent, it should be ancestor. These are all XPath access. XPath, so ancestor div, so it will give you all the way whoever ancestor following ancestors it will give, but you need to provide the conditions here, the same thing. What condition you need to provide? Where class contains div class contains this one. Okay, we got it. Now we need to check here how many the same div, similar div, how many similar divs are there before this div. How many are there here? Only one, right? Let's go and see. Now what we need to do is preceding sibling div for safer side we'll put the same condition, that is class contains okay. How many are there? Now we are getting only one. So what we did here is phone name. Now we got the phone name, we are putting here, and what we are trying to do is, because we cannot get the column index directly, so what we are going to do is we will be using position function and count function both. Okay, now for position and count, I mean to be more precise, like to get the position, actually we'll get the count, and based on that count we'll pass this position here. Okay, so what we are trying to do here is, this is our XPath, right? Now this position will put here instead of 3. Okay, position of 3. Okay, this is the first step. The same thing it will work here. If you see this, okay, position of 3, sorry, position equal to 3. Okay, position equal to, now if I do 2, it will do this. First one it will print, second one if I put 2 here, if I put 3, third one. Okay, now one step another we have done here. Now next thing is we'll uh, make it generic here, and we'll be using this count. Now another step here is this one, and where we'll be using count of something. Okay, and that something is this one. Let's try to do this. Count of something, and this something will be this one. So in between this count, right, you need to pass this XPath. Okay, what you're getting here. Now let me copy this whole XPath. Okay, now this is almost the completed one. So let's see whether it is giving almost completed, not correct one. So what we are providing here is the input. Now if you see here what we wanted, if you see the phone number, spec name, it should give the spec content. Okay, phone number, spec name, it should give you the spec content. So is this giving? It should not be, right? It is giving this one. Which one? The first one it is giving, right? But what we have given here, the phone number, we have given the Samsung Galaxy, this one, the second one. So what exactly we have to do here is, now if you think here, we are doing here preceding sibling, right? For Galaxy, preceding sibling was returning 1, right? So what we need to do is, we just need to do a +1 here. We need to do a +1 here. Where is the count? This one, right? Here we need to do +1. That's all. Okay. For Samsung Galaxy, it is printing the second one. Now if I just change it to OnePlus 10 Pro, okay, third one it is giving. So now this is success. The same thing, okay, it is giving for what? Yeah, it is giving the protection, right? Now if I just change to size, it is giving this row, right? This value it is giving. So now it is working fine, right? So this is the XPath now. This is the final XPath. Now if you see here, we have made it generic. Protection we are passing. We are passing the what do you call, the phone name, model name. That's all. It will just print the value. So let's try this in the code now. Right? I'll just replace this here. Yeah, so this XPath looks little bigger, but that's fine. And we'll be passing here. For now, let's say I'll just pass here this one, and what will be printing here, let's say let's print this resolution. Let's yeah, resolution, let's print this. Okay, resolution, this one, so it should print 144403088. Okay, now let's run it. Yeah, it is done. 14403088, right? 1440, this is different. 1440, yeah, 3216. So this is the second one we are passing Galaxy. Okay, now same thing now, because it is generic one, the XPath you shouldn't have here. So this one is the resolution, so you can put a any what do you call this, uh, sorry, just a minute. Yeah, any placeholder you can put, you can like spec name, and this is what you can say is phone model. Okay, and whatever you are using here, you can just replace here with uh, anything like spec name, right? Spec name with spec name you can replace. Similarly, what you can do here is phone model, phone model. This one actually you can pass to this method. Okay, and this model I am passing somewhere. Yes, so model is, let's say, phone 3, spec name, what first spec name you want, you can just pass here. Let's say chipset, not chipset, let's do this. Yeah, feature, let's do this features. We'll now print here features, and phone, let's say phone 3, fair enough. So for phone 3, which is nothing but 1 plus 10, and it should print here Hasselblad. Okay, this text it should print. Now let's try this. Yeah, let's wait for some time. Done. Yeah, it printed here Hasselblad on Roma. Is this the correct one? Yeah, it's the correct. Right. So with this, uh, we are done here. Okay. So our XPath is created. It looks bigger, but trust me, this will be very good and very effective in the long run. And when developer changed any code here, there is a less possibility that we are going to change every time they change it, right? So because it is very generic and it is efficient, and yeah. So and one more thing, if you see here, this XPath, right, it's very generic one, right? Now it's so what will happen is, if you have here 1000 specs records rows, right, you should not create, for each row you should not create one XPath. At the same time, if you are comparing with 2 or 3 phones or 10 phones, right, you should not create another XPath for that. So only one XPath. You just have to change the model name, and I mean the phone model name and the spec name. That's all, you're done with that, right? So with that, this video is done. So thank you guys. See you in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.